Ranch dressing is one of the most popular condiments in the United States. Its creamy, tangy flavor can be found on everything from salads to pizza. But where did this beloved dressing come from? When was ranch invented? This video explores the fascinating history of ranch dressing, from its humble beginnings to its current status as a worldwide craze. Exploring the history of ranch dressing. When was ranch invented? Ranch dressing is believed to have originated in the 1950s. At the time, the dressing was known as salad cream and was made with mayonnaise, buttermilk, garlic, onion, and other spices. However, it wasn't until the mid-1960s that ranch really began to take off. That's when Steve Henson, a former plumber from California, developed his own version of the dressing and called it ranch. Henson's version of the dressing was based on his own recipes, which included sour cream, buttermilk, herbs, and spices. He opened up a restaurant, the Hidden Valley Ranch, in California and began selling his own brand of the dressing. The rest, as they say, is history. The popularity of ranch dressing quickly spread throughout the United States and beyond. By the 1970s, it had become one of the most popular condiments in the country. Today, it can be found in virtually every grocery store and restaurant in the country. The story behind the popular condiment. When was ranch invented? The origin story of ranch dressing begins with Steve Henson, a former plumber from California. Henson stumbled upon a recipe for ranch dressing while working at his restaurant, the Hidden Valley Ranch. After experimenting with different ingredients and flavors, he eventually came up with his own version of the dressing, which he dubbed ranch. Henson's ranch dressing quickly became a hit with customers at the Hidden Valley Ranch, and soon other restaurants and grocery stores began selling their own versions of the dressing. Today, ranch dressing is one of the most popular condiments in the United States and can be found in virtually every grocery store and restaurant. From humble beginnings to a worldwide craze. Uncovering the origin of ranch. When Steve Henson first created ranch dressing, it was a far cry from the creamy, tangy condiment we know today. The original recipe was composed of mayonnaise, buttermilk, garlic, onion, and other spices. Over time, Henson experimented with different ingredients and flavors, eventually settling on a combination of sour cream, buttermilk, herbs, and spices. The dressing quickly gained popularity at the Hidden Valley Ranch, and word of mouth spread about the delicious condiment. Soon, other restaurants and grocery stores began offering their own versions of the dressing, and ranch became a nationwide sensation. The cultural influences on the development of ranch dressing were also significant. In the United States, ranch dressing has become synonymous with Tex-Mex cuisine, and the dressing has been adopted by many Mexican restaurants and fast food chains. Additionally, ranch dressing has become a staple of American cuisine, with many recipes incorporating the condiment into traditional dishes. The expansion of ranch dressing's reach has been remarkable. Today, it is available in nearly every grocery store and restaurant across the United States, and it has become a staple of American cuisine. It has also been embraced by other cultures around the world, with variations of the dressing being popular in countries such as Mexico, India, and Japan. A look back at the invention of ranch dressing. So what inspired Steve Henson to create ranch dressing? According to Henson himself, he was inspired by the flavors of the Southwest. He wanted to create a dressing that would capture the essence of the region and give it a unique twist. After experimenting with different ingredients and flavors, he eventually settled on his signature recipe for ranch dressing. The original recipe for ranch dressing is surprisingly simple. It consists of sour cream, buttermilk, herbs, and spices. Over the years, however, the recipe has evolved, with variations being created to suit different tastes. For example, some recipes incorporate yogurt or mayonnaise for a creamier texture, while others add additional herbs and spices for a more intense flavor. Despite the changes in the recipe, the basic components of ranch dressing remain the same. Sour cream, buttermilk, herbs, and spices are still the main ingredients, and the dressing is still as popular as ever. Where did ranch come from? Tracing the history of the popular condiment, ranch dressing is composed of a few key ingredients. The base of the dressing is usually sour cream or mayonnaise, which is then combined with buttermilk, herbs, and spices. The herbs and spices vary depending on the recipe, but typically include garlic, onion, dill, parsley, and chives. In addition to the standard ingredients, there are also regional variations of ranch dressing. For example, in the Southwest, ranch dressing often incorporates spicy ingredients such as jalapenos or chipotle peppers. In other parts of the country, ranch dressing may be flavored with bacon or blue cheese. Ranch dressing is also thought to have some health benefits. Studies have shown that the dressing can help reduce inflammation and promote healthy digestion. Additionally, the calcium in the buttermilk helps strengthen bones, and the herbs and spices provide antioxidants that help protect against disease. A brief timeline of ranch dressing. When was it invented? The invention of ranch dressing can be traced back to the mid-1960s, when Steve Henson created his own version of the dressing and called it ranch. Since then, the dressing has undergone some changes, with different ingredients being added to the recipe over the years. Here is a brief timeline of key moments in the history of ranch dressing. 1966. Steve Henson creates his own version of the dressing and calls it ranch. 1970s. Ranch dressing becomes one of the most popular condiments in the United States. 1980s. Regional variations of ranch dressing begin to emerge. 1990s. Ranch dressing is embraced by the fast food industry. 2000s. Ranch dressing becomes a staple of American cuisine. The evolution of ranch. How one man's idea changed the way we eat. The impact of Steve Henson and Hidden Valley cannot be overstated. With his invention of ranch dressing, Henson changed the way Americans eat. The condiment has become a staple of American cuisine and can be found in virtually every grocery store and restaurant in the country. Ranch dressing has also changed the food industry. Fast food restaurants have embraced the condiment, offering variations of the dressing on their menus. Additionally, many packaged foods, such as chips and pretzels, now incorporate ranch flavoring. The dressing has even spawned its own genre of food, with dishes such as ranch chicken and ranch-flavored popcorn. As ranch dressing continues to grow in popularity, it is likely that new variations and innovations will continue to emerge. Who knows, maybe one day ranch dressing will become a global phenomenon. Ranch dressing is one of the most popular condiments in the United States. Its origins can be traced back to the mid-1960s, when Steve Henson created his own version of the dressing and called it ranch. Since then, the dressing has undergone some changes, with different ingredients being added to the recipe over the years. Today, ranch dressing is a staple of American cuisine and can be found in virtually every grocery store and restaurant in the country. The invention of ranch dressing has had a tremendous impact on the food industry. From fast food restaurants to packaged foods, ranch dressing has become ubiquitous in our culture. It has also spawned its own genre of food, with dishes such as ranch chicken and ranch-flavored popcorn becoming popular. As ranch dressing continues to grow in popularity, it is likely that new variations and innovations will continue to emerge.